think people are so unhappy in their regular life that a place like Comic Con is like a really good release for them to like get dressed, be who they want to be, go out and do whatever, and not feel judged, not feel judged and like made fun of. Nobody talked about anybody's weight or said anybody look ugly or played anybody in any sort of fashion. Like I didn't see one cruel comment or anything. Like I seen people drop things and people like going to help them. You know what I'm saying? And not like going to like swipe their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just cool. Like, I'm glad I got to work the Comic Con though, because I feel like it provided me with the experience.
Have you ever done anything like that?
Like Comic Con? I don't know if anybody's done anything like Comic Con if you haven't gone to Comic Con. You know what I'm saying? Like my father didn't get the appeal. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't get it.
Right.
I'm like, I hear you. I'm like, but it's so cool. There's so much shit to do. Like,
but I'm saying like as far as like working, like have you like, like I know like you did security, but like when you did security, was it like that many people and that much stuff going on like at the location where you were doing that?
at times, because I worked like in the financial district, and there was like, it's like, a lot of tourists. I was like close to the One World Trade. So there was constantly like a lot of people, but I think that they're so interested in, I guess, like the view and everything else, and like the sights to see are not so much just like one thing. They're not like, the scale is different. You know what I'm saying? When they're full like in, it's organized chaos.
Yeah.
In Comic Con. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
No, I agree. Like where I work now, it's pretty busy. I mean, pretty busy is an understatement. But I feel like the difference between my job working at Summit and working at Comic Con is the interactiveness.
Yeah.
Like you go to Summit and you see some views and there's rooms and all types of cool stuff to do there. Like it's one of the best observatories in the city, maybe even in the country, honestly. It's just like really unique in like how it's designed. But Comic-Con,
and it's quick, right?
It don't have, Summit doesn't have to be quick. It can be as long as you want it to be. There's no like time on the ticket or anything like that. So you can go in there. We have some people who go in there, we call them speed runners, and they'll do something in 30 minutes.
And then did?
But then, yeah, and then leave. But then there are people who will be in there for like 5 hours, 6 hours.
Is there 5 or 6 hours worth of shit to see in there?
Depends. I mean, it's not 5 or 6 hours worth of stuff to see or do. However, you can maybe, you go to the first level, which is called Transcendence. You do that. It's a big mirror room. There's a lot of different like angles. You can see the city if you in there taking a bunch of pictures. People just sit there and just like literally just hang out. With whoever they came with, they'll sit down there and hang out down there for like an hour, like, you know what I mean, chilling. Some people come in at like 3, 4, or 5 o'clock, and they will sit in Transcendence waiting for the sunset, which may be at like 7.
That's crazy.
They'll just sit there wait for it because it's a linear experience. So once you go past it, you cannot come backwards.
Oh.
Yeah. So, that's why they say at Summit, take your time, you know what I mean? It's a one-way experience. Once you go past the room, you cannot go backwards. There's no going backwards. So make sure you get the most out of whatever it is. Yeah, whatever you're in.
That makes sense.
So, people hang out and they stay there for a while. So, like, you can see that.
Perfect room. I need to stay here until 7:30 until the sunset.
Exactly. I want to see the sunset from here, so I'm going to just sit here. And I'm going to wait. I'm going to take some photos with my friends, my family, whatever the case. Chill, hang out, post on my Instagram, whatever. You know what I mean? and people will do that for a while. However, again, the interactiveness is, even though it sounds kind of interactive, and it is, it's limited in comparison to something like Comic Con. Comic Con, you're gonna be so interactive with people that it's gonna be ridiculous. You're gonna meet so many people.
Everybody's so nice.
Everyone is so nice there, bro.
Everybody's so nice. It's crazy. Like, I've never been in and that's another thing. You rarely get, not that I've never been, but you rarely get to like go to like an event where every single person is just nice. Like, they're happy, they're excited. Nobody's like being a dick for no reason. Like, everybody's like, it's almost like frowned upon if you're going and like being a dick, because it's like everybody's so cool. Like, everybody's in a playful like manner. They see characters they want to interact with, and the people who are being interacted with are engaging and loving it because they spend so much time like creating these costumes and doing everything. Like, it's just overall like it was so positive. The vibes felt good. Like, it even working, like that energy is infectious. You know what I'm saying? So like, it made me also want to work harder. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, things like you said, like, so it was like making like the little Comic Con wishes come true. You going back, you got some, last one, you know what I'm saying? Like, there were so many dope moments.
Yeah, a lot of cool moments, and that's why I feel like, Comic Con is so much of a special event. In comparison to a lot of other events, the connection that you make with people is like insane. Like, you meet someone and you spark up a conversation maybe about their outfit, which sparks up a conversation about your favorite anime or character or whatever, and now you just made this random friend. When I was with Val on Friday, because I took off of work early for Comic-Con so that way I can enjoy it, and me and Val walked around and we were hanging out, and I met this guy. We were looking at these rings, and there was this guy. He had a Deadpool, not Deadpool. He had a Red Hood.
Red Hood.
He had a Red Hood cosplay, and I'm like, damn, bro. I was like, that's a fire like, yeah, bro. That's a fire.
I wanted to be Deadpool so bad.
Right? I seen like a couple fire.
I did too. I seen Madden,
bro. Yeah. But Red Hood. I'm like, your Red Hood outfit is fire, and he was like, oh, thanks. And then he was showing me how he had 3D printed the helmet himself. He 3D printed, made the whole thing, this and that. He was like, yeah, truthfully, it didn't take too long. I just did this and then that, whatever. I was like, oh, that's so dope, whatever. He gave me his card, and he was like, yeah, I make props or whatever the case. So like, you ever get into something like that, just hit me up. I'm like, bro, I'm a filmmaker. And he's like, oh, okay. It's like, that. What? It's like, that's great. He's like, we can exchange services. You know what I mean? And that's just like a random moment. Like I said, I literally just made a comment complimenting his cosplay, and then now that's a connection that could be used in the future. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it just happens that easily at Comic Con. It's just so easy to meet people.
Yeah, it's easy to interact, and I think maybe all of those events in general, like, I feel like had you gone, in a better mind state, or just like, not tired from working that whatever the case, from
Anime NYC.
Anime NYC, I think you would have had a great experience too.
Yeah, I mean, Anime NYC was cool. It was very similar to Comic Con, and like you said, like, I was in so much of a better headspace and body state for Comic Con, despite the fact working and being tired. Like, we got there before Comic Con started.
Yeah.
Wednesday, we helped set up everything for the section that we were working with Bandai.
Yep.
And there was some long hours, not so much hard work. Like, the work was hard.
Spurts of hard work, and not a lot of downtime, but like there was a little bit more downtime than like those excessive, like, we're taking fucking shit off pallets and
it's like nonstop.
There was because the work, I think for us, like the little quick restocking and like just being interactive with people or like just interacting with people, pardon me, that comes easy to us.
Yeah.
So like it didn't feel like work after a certain point.
Exactly. Like you knew you were at work and you were like obviously do your job, but at the same time it didn't, like you said, feel like work. Like people ask me about, oh, like how was Comic Con? I'd be like, I said to them, it's the easiest money I've ever made.
Yeah.
Because like I had fun the entire time.
Yep.
And it didn't really feel like work even though I was working. And I got paid to be at Comic Con every single day.
Favorite one. Yeah, right there. It's like I got paid. People are paying $500 for like the 4-day or whatever passes. Like, yo, I got paid to be here and I was able to enjoy it. Like, because they know, that like it's Comic Con. So like people are obviously during their break, they're going to want to enjoy it. Like, they give you time. You know what I'm saying? I felt like they gave us a little leeway too, where they're like, we know, like, we get it. It's Comic Con, like, go.
Right.
Do your little thing, but make sure everything is taken care of in your section. And if it is, you're fine.
Right.
And honestly, if like everything was on my section, everything was like pretty much sold out of stock. I want to say 50%.
Yeah, I mean,
Day 1, so day 2 was...
It's Comic Con, so shit flying off the shelves. And you guys had like a lot of cool like Naruto. I didn't think I had One Piece stuff. And so like I know y'all stuff was literally flying Dragon Ball. Yeah. I had some cool stuff flying off the shelves. And I mean, you 100% right about like, having the ability, even though you're working it, to enjoy the event. Like 100% appreciate like all the people who was working for Bandai who like allowed us to like, get paid to do it, and then at the same time like enjoy it even though we were at work. Like, and it was just a great experience overall. Like even
10 out of 10.
Yes, definitely 10 out of 10.
Would recommend, and I will do it even if I have like a regular like whatever job, like for the rest of my life. Like I will always take that time off.
Right, just to work Comic-Con.
Just to work Comic-Con. It's like you said, it's like easy money in the sense of we're going to enjoy doing the work. You know what I'm saying? So I love it.
And at the same time, I enjoyed, like, I got a chance to participate as a guest, for a couple of hours. And, like, I even enjoyed that, too. Like, I mean, granted, I was exhausted. I don't know why I was so tired on that Friday, but, like, I just was.
I don't know why, because we did 12 hours on Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, no, but I just felt like Friday out of all the days I was the most tired on Friday more than any of the other days. But I still enjoyed myself.
Saturday for me.
Yeah.
It was Friday or Saturday. Because Saturday, I think it really started to hit. You know what I'm saying? Because we were essentially, I mean, even like if you count with travel and like whatever the case, we had like 15, 16-hour days.
Yeah.
Getting up, showering, trying to grab breakfast that one morning, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get there early so that
you talking
we can enjoy shit.
Up at least by 6 and then getting home at like 9:30, 10 o'clock sometimes. So like it was definitely definitely a long day. So like it was really tiring, but it's like it was only really tiring. I'm gonna say my feet were killing me a lot. But it was only really tiring afterwards or like before.
Yeah. Because when you were in it, you were in it.
You're just in it.
Yeah. When you're in the storm, you're like, fuck it, you gotta keep going. Like, but once you get that wind down time, you're like, we're at a tree. Your feet are like, oh my God. My feet were fucking screaming, bro. My back was on fire. I was like, oh.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, one of my favorite parts of Comic Con is all the free stuff I got. Like, and some
got more free shit than me.
Maybe a little bit. Nah, we probably got what stuff.
You got. Well, I think that's really pretty much it.
I got like 2 or 3. I got like 2 bags more than you. I got the Ghibli bags, and truthfully, I think that was it. That I got other than you. You got me the free Gundam.
Yeah, you got me the Tamagotchi.
You got me the Jujutsu Kaisen, whatchamacallit.
Oh, the lanyard.
The Jujutsu Kaisen lanyard. And like we have all the exact same layers.
And you got me the DBZ. No, Digimon.
Oh, the Digimon cards.
Collectible
The Digimon cards, yeah.
Well, they're not really collectibles,
But
I
like,
can't really use them.
yeah.
Oh, I should have brought them today to smoke you. You got the deck. Matter of fact,
I'm about to say,
after this,
I got it. We could do it.
matter of fact, before I forget, let me just, because I'm a bot and I keep forgetting to do this, but I had a great fucking time getting free shit.
Yeah.
It felt better to get free shit.
It did, and I got a lot of free stuff at the end. I mean, I'm not sure if that's how it was supposed to go, but
What, like at the
like to get all of the stuff at the end, like, you know, like I wanted, like, because in the beginning, the first couple of days, I wasn't really focused on like getting stuff. Like, you know, I had no intentions on waiting on the line or like trying to get there early to get certain things. Like we got there early one day and we didn't get nothing that day. It was like Friday or Saturday. We got there early. That was when we met the guy who did the comics. The black dude. We never went back.
We never stopped by. And you see, we are cap artists. He's like, yo, yeah, man, stop by. Definitely you get this, that, and third.
That was like Thursday, truthfully. That was the first day, I think.
Yeah, definitely Thursday.
That was Thursday?
Yeah, because that's when we went in at 8 o'clock.
So, yeah, we didn't get nothing free that day. But again, at the same time, it was the first day and like, you know, this and that. But yeah, that last day went crazy. Got the hat. Got a bunch of pens for free that day.
Got a bunch of pens,
Got like 3 or 4 more lanyards.
Buildable Gundam.
Got the Gundam that you got me. And
Gundam was fire.
Yeah, the Gundam was fire. I cannot wait to.
Bro, I'm so glad that I didn't wait for this kid to grab him at 4 because you like, boom. Shorty probably had the Stidash in the back.
Yeah.
But little did she know that we had the thing up
We had the
front.
my boy Roy.
I was like, yo, I heard they were going to sell a little Gundam. You know what I mean? He was like, oh, yeah. No, they in the back. I was like, oh. So then he went through the door, and then he like jumped right back out, and he's like, oh, dude's right. And I'm like, oh, all right. And then the other kid was like, nah, they're over there on the other side. Just go grab them. So he's like, oh, all right. Boom. So he went to the back, dipped up, and he came out 2. He had asked me, how many you want? I'm like, yo, 2 for me, for Kuwait. He's like, oh, all right, I got you. Went back. I'm like, wait,
And it's funny how like the free stuff is almost more coveted than the stuff that you actually need to pay for. Like, they don't care about the nobody cares about the stuff you gotta pay for. Everyone is hoarding the free shit. Like, you're trying to save the free stuff. Like, literally, like lanyards, bro.
There should be an unspoken rule for Comic Con going forward. If you're gonna go there to spend bread, don't rush for the free shit. Leave the free shit for the people who go in who probably can't afford because they spent all their money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let them get some free shit.
The free stuff is the hardest stuff to get, bro. Like, even like maybe for the workers, just because we don't have much time, but like the lanyards that all the different companies and everybody have, it's like it was kind of hard getting those lanyards, and they're free.
First of all, I had a hard time in getting the yellow one.
Oh, yeah.
And the girl told me, all right, so when I went up there, the girl told me that she had, these are for the customers. And I'm like, you don't have customers. You know what I'm saying? You don't have customers. You're not selling anything. You're letting people play video games. Like, I think me just being a dick didn't get me far in that situation. But still, it's accurate. You don't have customers. You know what I'm saying? That's a lie. You lied to me. You looked me in my face and you lied. Like, what customers do you have? So then I told you that she dubbed me, and then I went back and I remember that I helped the girl at the front desk at mine. So I was like, yo, your friend's pretty much being a jerk off, like, and she will give me the lady. And she's like, why? We got like a box of them in the back. I was like, I don't know. She's like, all right, hold on. I got you. She went, she got me one. I was like, yes. Ran off. I'm like, haha, fuck you, girl.
And that's what I mean about the interactiveness. Like, literally somebody that you helped out a day or so beforehand, and then now you wanted something, and then they hooked you up and they got you. Like, you know what I mean? I love the fact that all of the workers are like trying to help each other get the free stuff. It's like, listen, if I got something free in my section, I'm gonna try my best to try to get them to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, the Gundam was so clutch. I was so happy first off that they started giving them away for free. Cause that was the last day.
That wasn't.
They didn't do it none of the other days except for the very last.
That's probably like a con exclusive last day. Like,
well, I think they were doing the Gundam build thingies where like they help you build them.
Oh, those were the leftovers.
And then they stopped doing it because they closed early and they still had some left. So they started giving them away. That's why they gave them away.
Makes so much sense. That's why he's like, yeah, there's a lot of them in the back.
Yeah.
But there was.
But again, they were I don't know what they were. I don't know what they were saving for. Maybe some of them were saving them for them, or like saving them for maybe to still give out to people or whatever. But again, though, people are hoarding them. And it's like, okay, if you know somebody who got them, you know, they can get them for you. Then it's like, cool, like, let me get that free Gundam because I need that. I was mad that my section had nothing free to give away.
Yeah, me neither. I have nothing cool to give away.
Nothing.
They started giving me flyers at the end. And
they gave me those flyers too.
They were like, yo, these are, I'm like, awesome, these little cool little mini posters of Dragon Ball Z, but like, now there's like 45 minutes left.
Yeah, we had nothing the entire time to give away, bro. Not a single thing. And I felt bad because like I would go and they'd be like, oh, you know, I go to someone and be like, hey, can you help me get such and such? I'm like, oh, what you got over there? Like I went over to Gundam base and got the bag and the girl was like, oh, you got anything over? No, I don't have nothing that I can give. All I got is the white Bandai bag. Like,
I had the white Bandai bag too, but you know what? Those things were, apparently I wasn't allowed to give them out.
So the dudes at my section, they were giving them out, and I would give some of them out too, but I would tell the person that I gave it to, don't tell nobody you got this from over here, to limit how many people would come over. Like I seen this one lady, she had like mad mystery boxes. She was like, do you have a bag? She was like, what's the cheapest thing I could buy? I just gave her a bag. Like, you know,
she was willing to spend money. And I felt bad, so I was doing it to like certain people, like, but like, not a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because there was always somebody there, and I'm like, my hands are tied. I'm not hired help, you know what I'm saying? If they said no, then I'm just going to bye-bye. But like, honestly, they were really nice bags. They were like kind of durable for the most part.
Yeah, they were. I mean, especially
reusable.
Yeah, and there were 3 different sizes. There was small, the medium, and then like
I never had the
large.
They didn't give us small.
Oh yeah, we had. Yeah, you should have told me. I could have gave you some. We had like
we had fit that. I don't think honestly.
Bunch. No.
No. I think no. I mean, how big was it?
They were like really, really small. Like, you know, like you could fit like 2 square like boxes. You know, like the Pokemon boxes.
For the little one.
Yeah. Oh, fit the little one.
No.
So, but I would do that. Like if somebody bought like some like one little single thing or whatever, I could put it in that bag instead of giving out like a gigantic bag. But at the same time, I would still give people gigantic bags anyways. Because I'd give them a little one, and then I'd be like, are you going to buy, like, more stuff later? They're like, yeah, I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff. And then I give them a giant bag.
Yeah.
Like, take that one.
People ask me, do you have any large bags? I'm like, I got a large bag big enough to fit a small child.
Yeah.
At work, they're like, yeah, I'll take that one. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was running low on bags and stock, really.
I mean, it's Comic Con. People are buying up literally all the like cool stuff or whatnot. Like, you know, it's real. You definitely gotta go there like the first day. Try to get there early. If you see something, just go on ahead and buy it. A lot of times, unless you're sure there's a lot of it. You know, like the Exodia figure I had over at my booth. A lot of people passed on it. Like in the beginning, and they came back like, yeah, I wish I would have bought it or whatever, you know, myself included, you know, because I ain't gonna lie, I follow the hype sometime. And after a while, I was like, damn, this is really it's kind of fire.
Yeah. I got my mentality. Too many people started to think that shit was fire. Went over, I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
But you know what? I did it too late. By the time I had decided in my mind that I wanted to get one, they were sold out. This one dude at the end of yesterday, he came, he was like, yo, bro, I know you got some Exodias in the back. Come on, hook me up. I said, bro, ain't nothing in the back. And I said, I promise you, if it was, you wouldn't be getting it because I'd be buying it. He's like, oh, what about the one in the case display.
Always
And I said,
display.
I said the same thing to him though. I said, bro, if somebody could buy that display, it'd be me, not you. I'm telling you right now.
100%.
I was like, I'm sorry, but it just a lot of stuff becomes real exclusive, even if it's not exclusive, because it wasn't like an exclusive figure that you can only get there. It was just like the fire one.
No, that was the funny part about Comic Con that I noticed too. So a lot of people are under this like misconception that anything that's in Comic Con you can only get at Comic Con. Like, no.
Right. 80%, like I would say even more, like 90-something% of the stuff that's there you can get.
Besides the independent artist stuff that you probably, if you like something there, you would want to snag up.
Right. But there were some Comic Con exclusives, like at the Tamashi booth, they were selling like that Goku. That was a Comic Con, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That was a Comic Con exclusive. So you can only get it by going to Comic Con.
Yeah, some pieces.
Some, yeah, but not most of it. Not even close to most.
I think that people have like that like thought that I'm gonna go to Comic Con and all they hear is con exclusive. So now they're thinking, oh shit, there's got to be a bunch of them. You know what I mean?
It's not.
Yeah, because the people were coming to me, do you guys have any like con exclusive stuff? I'm like, nah, like you can get these at like Target. You really want it. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah,
the market for this shit, for this shit, pardon me, is insane.
It is insane, and
insane.
What I wanted to talk about on top of Comic Con is like the amount of adults that are interested in toys, games, cartoons, animes, like
figurines, statues,
all of this stuff. Like it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. That like, I think the study was in like 2022. We in 2023 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was for less shit. I'll be forgetting it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you're in a different time and world.
But this was a study that's saying like, adults are responsible for the majority of revenue that is produced from people buying toys. All right. Adults spend more money on toys than adults spend money on toys for their children.
I can see that. And I can see that happening now because it's us buying it. Like
it is
our age.
It is, and a lot of it is the stuff that we grew up on.
Yeah,
Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. Like we watched that when we were children, and now we're adults. And we got money, and we can be irresponsible with our money.
Yeah, we can buy cool shit.
And buy cool stuff that we wanted as kids that that our parents couldn't necessarily afford at the time.
Or just didn't want to get.
Or didn't want to get us because we badass.
I'm not getting you lightsabers. Y'all going to be fighting up. No, not here. Not in my house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Comic Con is like, bro, it was like a good experience to have right now, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
It was. Well, why do you think adults are so into, this stuff still? Like, I mean, and the ages don't even matter. Like anybody from like 18 to like 60 was at Comic Con.
No, it was great. The amount of older people like in their like 50s and 60s that I seen that were actually dressed and participating was outstanding.
Yeah.
I've never seen that many old people like all dressed up and excited about and about like stuff that's out now. Not like even nostalgic shit.
Right. I mean, I did see some nostalgia stuff, which is also cool still.
Yeah.
Like, like I seen a couple of like old school Ghostbusters and things like that. I was like, oh, like that's dope. And like, I got a lot of older people who maybe enjoyed that when they were a little bit younger than us. But like, it was just really cool to see it. And I'm just like, so curious as to why we still are like just so interested, why it still captivates. Because, as children, we were kind of put under the impression that like all of this stuff is just for children. My mom didn't watch no cartoons. She didn't watch anime.
Yeah.
When she was an adult, she didn't watch that stuff.
It's like breaking that generational thing that you don't Like, I don't have to not watch. Why can't I watch cartoons? Why do I gotta watch Seinfeld?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why? Who says that? You know what I mean?
Right.
It
Exactly.
was frowned upon back then, and now we're the adults that get to decide what's frowned upon and what's not.
Yeah.
That's why, like, people could be at corporate jobs that have tattoos now.
That is true. It's so much different than from
We've broken that.
broken mold.
Yeah, that stigma that, like, that stigma that, like, all right, people who watch cartoons are childish. Because some of these cartoons are not for the faint of heart here.
I mean, if we're being honest, they weren't necessarily when we were children either. Like, if you think about it, like, and Pokemon. I remember, and truthfully, I realized this as a child, that there was an episode where Ash had died, where he had met, like, Gengar and the ghost Pokemon, and they were in, like, this abandoned mansion or something like that, and they was in there, and the chandelier fell on Ash, and now he's flying around as a ghost and hanging out with Gengar. If you read Gengar's Pokedex, it literally says that's exactly what they do. They are like lost human souls or something like that, and then they look for other humans to kill so that way they can be with them, also a ghost with them. And that's exactly what happened to Ash. That shit did not go over my head when I was little. I realized that he was dead. You know what I mean? Or the second time Ash died in the movie, when he ran in between the fight between Mew and Mewtwo, and both of their attacks hit him, and he turned into stone. He was dead. And then all the Pokemon cried and brought him back to life.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, even back then, you know, it's crazy. What I was telling you in Yu-Gi-Oh! With a dude Bandit Pete or whatever, after he lost the Pegasus, he pulled out a gun on him. Like, what? This supposed to be a children's show.
He said he lost his duel, pulled out the Leo. No, it ain't going down like that. Oh, what? You win.
Like, come on, talk about American stereotype.
You know what? Yeah, but I also do remember, like, even like shows like, you're right, like Johnny Bravo. I guess I did and I didn't realize like how much of a pervert he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, they made a whole show based on a guy who was like 30 years old, lived with his mother, and was just like trying to hook up with girls the whole time. That was the whole show.
It's like Quagmire from Family Guy, but in his prime. Like, Johnny Bravo was the prequel to Quagmire.
Which is crazy. And I love that show. It's awesome.
Right. A lot of people love Johnny Bravo. But again, though, that was, you know, in hindsight, maybe it wasn't necessarily for children, but we watched it or whatever. And again, now as adults, we still kind of enjoy some of these shows. And again, anime, I watch more anime now as an adult than I did as a child. And I think animes are more geared towards adult. Like, I'm not like an expert on anime to know who they're supposed to be for. But
I feel like they're made for, I want to say, pretty much everybody. You know, there's some probably anime things that kids shouldn't be like, you know, watching, or manga, whatever it is that they should be reading. But I think it is geared towards everybody, but mainly adults. Because in Japan, there's that whole market, like you said, there are more adults, especially over there, that are so into it that.
Yeah, I mean, no, there's a lot of adults over there who's watching anime. I mean, I'm pretty sure even with the anime, the adults are the ones who are responsible for most of the viewership. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of my favorite TV shows of all time are anime, stuff like Death Note, such a captivating story. I'm that guy who still thinks Dragon Ball is the best anime ever. Like, I just still love these stories. Yeah, bro, I remember being a little kid. We used to play football every day after school on my block. But on Thursday, around 5 o'clock, everybody knew.
Like 4:30, right?
I'm gone. Dragon Ball's coming on. I'm getting 2 episodes on Toonami. I'll be back outside when that shit is over.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I don't give a fuck what we doing. I will be back. All right, but I'm gone. Okay, we in the middle of the game. Somebody better sub me out.
He said somebody better sub me out.
Like I'm going, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was not going too far from the crib. I was like, well, we're gonna do something. We're gonna play football right here on the street, like we did every day. But on Thursdays at 5 o'clock, I needed to be in the house. You know, and it's still to this day as an adult. A couple years ago, I finished Dragon Ball Super, me and Valentina, and you know, we were devastated when it was over. We enjoyed it as much as adults, if not more, than we did when we were children.
I
Like,
think you understand it more. You empathize with the characters more.
yes,
You
yes,
know what I'm saying? You kind of get more lost in it.
yes.
Um,
I completely agree. Death Note, that was such a
I never watched
emotional.
it.
Don't even get me started. It's so good. You want to talk about an anime that's literally for adults? It's nothing but drama filled. All right. There's no powers or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a drama, and it's
Well, there's
mystical
power,
drama.
right?
Not
Write,
really.
write your name. And
It's not a power. It's more like of a, you know, more like a device. Like, you know what I mean? He's still human. He can't fight or do nothing, all types of crazy or whatever. You know what I mean? All he's doing is writing the name in a book, and you'll die. You know what I mean? But there's also a whole bunch of parameters that you need. Like, you got to know the person's name. You got to know what they look like. You know what I mean? You have to have seen their face. Like that. There's a lot of stuff
So
that
you
goes
can't
on
be
with.
like entire world.
Exactly. You don't know what the entire world look like. That's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? But if you, you know, pick some serial killer that you've seen their face, you know their full name, cool. You can put their name in a book and they'll be dead. You know, but again, this brings out all of these different drama aspects.
Yeah, like, because who gives you the right to make that decision? Oh, who should be in that book?
Exactly.
What gives you the right?
What gives you that right?
Who gives you that, like?
Now you basically God. Now you determining who gets to live or die based on your beliefs.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
your belief system, which could be completely different than
Right.
everybody else.
Right.
You could be radical.
And then the main character, Light, you know, he's also very young. He's a teenager, but he's also a genius. Okay, which also makes it problematic because now you got this young man who is extremely smart with the power of a god. And it's, you know, amazing.
You don't want somebody like that to have the gauntlet and snap, you know what I mean? Be able to snap you away.
Yeah. And he's trying to do the right thing. He's going after criminals, but again
who's the same?
Right.
Yeah. Oh man, this guy was stealing food from the village.
Right.
He needs to die now.
Now he should die.
He needs to die now. No, he's probably just working for somebody else who's making him do that.
Right. So like, you know, that's where all of it comes in. Another one.
That's a cool dilemma there.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Goodness. Again, you talk about an emotional adult anime. I mean, it's literally everybody who I know who watched this said the same thing. Like, it's like one of the biggest emotional roller coaster rides I've ever experienced in 10 episodes. Like, it's just.
I started Chainsaw Man.
Another fire adult anime.
I started that, and listen, I can attest. So far, I'm on episode, I think 5 or 6. Out of the 12, I think I'm like halfway there. It's so good and it's hilarious. But the you know what it like the animation itself is insane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the way that the chainsaw rips out of his face and like his arms, like it's all these fight scenes. Like, enemies is dope.
Yeah, and hilarious
is dope.
And hilarious is also a good word to explain about animes because all the animes aren't necessarily dark. They're not all sad. They're not all drama. Some of them are also funny. One Punch Man, that shit is hilarious, ridiculously hilarious, but it's hilarious. Or Devil is a Part-Timer. You ever watch that?
Nah.
Hilarious, bro. It's literally about the devil. He in hell basically gets bored or some shit, and then he decides to go to Earth and get a part-time job at like basically like a burger place.
I'm crying.
Like, but you know, they still have like the fights and stuff. Like some, you know, enemies that he had in hell, they come to fight him and this and that. Like,
I may watch that.
It's funny, bro. Like one episode, he gets like the fight ends. He hurried up to finish the fight because he realizes that he's about to be late for his shift. It's like, oh fuck, I'm about to be late.
Like, yeah. Oh, yo, I'll see you in like 8 hours.
Like, bro, it's so good. Or like One Punch Man, similar to, he's like mad strong and like, you know, he just beats everybody up so easily. And then now it's like this fight. And it's like, oh man, One Punch Man, he's having a hard time like with this fight. It's finally the person he met that's like strong like him and this and that. And then like right at the end of the episode, he realizes that there's a clothing sale going on that ends at like 5 o'clock that he's about to miss because it's 4:50. And then he just punches the dude one time and he explodes. So that way he can go and take care of his shopping.
I'm done.
Like, hilarious, bro. It's so funny. So like anime can do so many different things for you that it's just, that's why I feel like a lot of adults are just so into it.
Yeah, and Chainsaw Man, it's like a little like, you know, not gory. I guess it is, or whatever the case may be, and like bloody or whatever. But I don't feel like it's crazy because it's animation. But it's hilarious because this kid's main goal in life is to just like, so far, touch a boob. I swear to God, like his right now, his sole purpose is to touch a boob.
Man, he's running around with a baddie though.
Bro, but so far I don't want to like give it away for anybody, but it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like he's going hard because he's like I don't think any girl will let me sleep with her, but getting to second base, I can do that. Like it's so like it's fucking great. But like the fight scenes are awesome. Like you're still engaged, but then they have those little moments when you realize like, yo, this son is doing this to touch him.
Right. Yeah, it's just like, why it's so retarded, bro. And like
it's amazing.
And again, there's no way Chainsaw Man is for children.
No, not even a little bit. And if it is, it's seriously mismarketed there.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not. I mean, you can just tell by like you said, the brutality in it, the sexual aspects of it. You know, even Dragon Ball now is like way more sexual than before. Is
it?
Bro, in the Dragon Ball, the most recent Dragon Ball movie, Dragon Ball Superheroes, they make a wish to Shenron because like Goku and Vegeta and all the strong people, they like gone. It's just like Gohan and Piccolo basically there, and like Krillin, and yeah, well, at the time, was he light-skinned Piccolo? He was, but he didn't know it. Orange Piccolo is what it's called, but he light-skinned Piccolo.
Yeah. No, he was around. He just didn't know he was.
Yeah, he just didn't know like that he could do it at that time. But like they called Shenron to make a wish or whatever. Oh, so that's what it was. Like he asked Shenron to give him a power up, which basically gave him like the ability to turn into the Orange Piccolo shit. And then there was 2 wishes left over, and like he was like, oh, you know, that's the only thing I really like wanted or whatever the case may be. So he let Bulma do the other 2 wishes, and she basically wished to make her eyelash like a 0.5 centimeter longer, and to make her booty a little bit tighter and bigger.
I'm dead.
Like, that's what Bulma wished for. Like, you know what I mean? There's like also a scene where she's like digging in a drawer or digging in a refrigerator or whatever. And like the shot is just like on her ass, you know what I'm saying? Doing that or whatever the case. Like, you know. So like even Dragon Ball now is like
more sexual,
way more sexual than it ever was before. Like the most sexual Dragon Ball was like, I don't know, like Goku slapping Bulma's crotch when he was a little, and that was in Dragon Ball. That wasn't even Dragon Ball. He was poking it too.
But it was more, I feel like
it was way more innocent
because he was like, he was wondering about him, like he was
exactly
like, does she have one?
But now
it's more
like in your face, literally.
Yeah, it really is.
So like it's definitely, that stuff is definitely not for children nowadays, and that's why like so many adults are like into it. But it's not even just like males.
But no, it's
like all the women, like like there was so many women at Comic Con into all of these different animes.
I don't know, like most of these people even were.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the biggest anime, like I love anime, but I'm not watching like mad at them and like all the, like, you know what I mean? Especially like the newer ones, like Jujutsu Kaisen and One Piece and like,
the shit
Demon Slayer. I haven't seen those.
the shit that I really spotted more than anything was like the random shit that I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember I told you I was watching the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina? I seen somebody dressed like Sabrina.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I seen like the Toy Story guys or like Batman,
Marvel characters and superheroes.
superheroes, and like just regular shit like that I spotted. All the anime shit I had no idea about. No idea.
Yeah, I it was very
I didn't even know Piccolo was orange.
we pulled up and you was like, what?
I'm like, who is this imposter? You're like, that's Piccolo or Piccolo. I just get Piccolo. I'm like, no. I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
They're like Cell Max. Where did he come from?
Yeah, they're from the same
Yeah, obviously, because that guy came out of nowhere. And when did Cell come back?
movie. In that movie.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't they kill Cell?
Yeah.
So, and what the reality was, he was back.
Nah, they just made a new one.
A new universe.
A new Cell.
Oh, they made a new Cell.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Remember, Cell was made in the lab by Dr. Giro.
Touche.
Now it's like his grandson or whatever made it.
Okay.
But yeah, the movie was cool. I mean, the plot was just whatever, but like the fight scenes and everything was like
Yeah, fire.
yeah, like it just amazes me how many like adults are like still into this stuff. And like the documentary I made, you was in it actually.
Nope.
Yeah,
Adulting gaming or something?
it's called Big Kid. Why Adults Game.
Big Kid.
Big Kid, yeah. Like, you know, we like interviewed you. I interviewed a bunch of people. I went to this video game store and interviewed people there. Surprise, surprise, it was adults that were there, like, you know what I mean? And, you know, adults using like video games or toys or animes or like all of this stuff that kind of seems like it's for children as like either an outlet to express themselves or a way to kind of like relax, like get away. Like, you know, I think it's really important to like not, you know, look down on these things and embrace these things. I think if a lot of people kind of embrace more of their like childlike side, they would probably be like in more of a happier place. Like, you know,
100%.
like you said earlier about like how it's such a positive vibe, which is a word that I hate, but for Comic Con it's so relevant. Like, you know, like it really was a positive vibe there, like always, from the staff you're working with to the people that you meet, the experience that you can have, how you can affect other people. Like I had a guy tell me that he made my day, that I made his day. Like, you know, that felt great to like, you know, kind of help someone out and do that,
100%.
you know, or to support a local artist by, you know, maybe buying their stuff.
Whomever they got.
Which guy? Oh, the guy that we met outside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy. He was just telling us a whole bunch of shit.
Not that we didn't believe him or anything.
No, it wasn't that we didn't believe him. It just, it was a lot of information that he gave
He
us
was just spewing
back to back. Like,
he was supposed to be there, and I didn't see no speed dating booth either. There was
neither.
supposedly a speed dating.
Well, maybe that's why he wasn't there though, because they had killed it in the first place. I think that's what he was saying. He was supposed to be doing X, Y, yeah, but like it, because like you said, I didn't see it neither.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, could have missed it.
We could. I mean,
So much,
is
right?
massive.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah,
Yeah.
it's massive. Yeah, that guy was hilarious though.
Hilarious.
He was just like, yeah, I'm a boxer. I'm a boxer. I'm an artist. I make music. My wife's a famous boxer. I mean, a famous artist. He was just going like crazy, man. He still wanted a job with us so you can get in.
Right.
But like in my head, and you know, I hate to talk about anybody, but in my head, I was just thinking like, if you're doing all this stuff, you don't have money to get a ticket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or to buy one off of somebody, because people were selling them. Plenty of people were selling
Right in
tickets.
front of his face.
Yeah.
And but yeah, one thing I did also want to say is that I think people are so unhappy in their regular life that a place like Comic Con is like a really good release for them to like get dressed, be who they want to be, go out and do whatever, not feel judged, not feel judged and like made fun of. Nobody talked about anybody's weight or said anybody look ugly or played anybody in any sort of fashion. Like I didn't see one cruel comment or anything. Like I seen people drop things and people like going to help them. You know what I'm saying? And not like going to like swipe their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just cool. Like
Life don't have to be hard. It could just be like Comic Con.
if life was like Comic Con,
That's another shirt.
it would be interesting.
That's another shirt. Every episode for the last 3 episodes, we've gotten a new shirt.
I think we're about to start a merch.
Yeah, we should. The first one was Black Cats Matter and Puerto Rican Cats Matter.
They definitely do.
And then the second episode was Podcasting is the OnlyFans for Men.
It is.
And then
I'll stand by that. And I'll fucking stand by that.
And now, what's this one? Damn, I forgot what we just said. Somebody in the comments.
But at least we know, that somebody's gonna know it, and we have it.
We got it on camera and recording
down here. So there's that shirt. Also, speaking of OnlyFans, right? The trunks that had his jacket off like that in the display case. When I was selling them, depending on who it was, I was like, that's light skin Piccolo and that's OnlyFans trunks. And I was selling. They were selling. And people
were calling Orange Piccolo light skin Piccolo. You're hilarious.
I was calling them light skin. They're like, the Orange Piccolo, but it depended on who it was.
Right.
Obviously, I don't want to fucking, offend no like little white lady who don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm like, light skin Piccolo. Oh yeah, and we still got him in stock, and people were dying laughing. And that the trunks had his jacket off, like. Boom, like he was ripping it off. So I was like, yeah, that's OnlyFans trunks. And they were selling because I was saying that because I think people just want to, call them that when they get home, like, that's OnlyFans.
Right. Yeah, I got this light skin Piccolo.
Yeah, light skin Piccolo, OnlyFans trunks, combo. I'm crying.
Yeah, it was a fantastic experience.
To say the least, man.
Yeah. I mean, can't wait until next Comic Con. It's gonna be a whole. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a whole of my life for a year now at this point.
Yeah.
And it was cool, man. Like all the people that we met, like working at Comic Con with us, like it was like mad dope. Even in like meeting people from other companies and other booths who were working there was cool.
Everybody, like we said, it was like a little family there. Especially when they seen your badge too. There's like a certain amount of respect that you're instantly gonna get when you're walking around. Obviously, there's hundreds of thousands of people, or whatever the case, thousands of people at the bare minimum. They're walking around, everything's going crazy, and you look down like at somebody that's trying to interact with you, and you see like, oh, they got an exhibitor badge or a crew badge or a member badge, and there's like that, oh, yo, like, whoop, like, you know what I'm saying?
Or if they're like wearing a shirt from another company, because there were some regulars who had like exhibitor badges, but like the combination with the shirt and the badge, you knew automatically. Yeah.
Working the event and who wasn't. And we were also there in the morning, like even, the guy that you gotta like scan your ID out. I was like towards the end, boom. And he came up to me later on like, yo.
Right.
And I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, he's like, yeah, it's just crazy. I was like, yeah, it's just wild, son. You know what I mean? Like it's like, I can't like say
those familiar faces every morning, like the girl at the door right before you walk in every morning, like see how she there every day at the same spot.
She didn't even ask us anymore. Like she started to like remember faces. It was like up to that point.
Yeah, it's like just come on in, like So like it was definitely like a crazy experience. It was cool seeing like kids there and everything too. Like I seen some family cosplays, which was really cool. Like a guy walked up to me and he was one of the dudes from Team Rocket, And then I seen the mom was the girl and the kid was Ash. It was like mad cute. I'm like, that's really.
I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, that was.
So our booths were booths.
Yes.
Booths.
Boobs.
Our booths were fairly close to each other, so we got to see a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Which was also cool to have that.
Griffin.
I didn't see a Peter Griffin either.
The dude that I was with, Mike, shout out Mike, he said that by your booth there was like the Peter Griffin to be all over the TikToks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like the actual one, the live one was there and he was fire.
That's dope.
I met famous people there.
Yeah, there was a couple of famous people and there was a lot. I heard that the dude who played Daredevil, I forgot his name. The guy that plays Daredevil in the Netflix show, that he was at Comic Con dressed up in a Daredevil outfit that was blue. Charlie Cox, that's his name. That he was dressed up in a blue Daredevil outfit and was there the entire time.
I believe that.
Like,
I believe that. Somebody told me like, yo, I heard celebrities are there, this, that, and third. And I'm like, yo, listen, honestly, if there are celebrities, they got the bread to have fire costumes where they can enjoy Comic-Con, you know what I'm saying? And not be harassed because they're whoever they are, you know what I'm saying? People probably stop them because they have cool costumes, but like, that's different.
Yeah,
you try to see if you can like pull up a picture, that'd be fire.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is but Charlie Cox dressed up as a blue Daredevil, and
I bet you his shit was fire too.
And he didn't. Nobody knew who he was. He walked on the show floor.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really crazy that they can do that, but it's obvious, like, you know what I'm saying? But just imagine walk in, like now you're a regular person with a cool costume.
Right.
You're not even who you are anymore.
Right. He's not like.
You're also now you're just blue Daredevil.
But again, the fact that the guy who's basically Daredevil was there as Daredevil is fire. And anybody who may have gotten like a photo with him,
now they know, they're like, stock on that photo just went up.
Well, that was one of the coolest parts to me about Comic Con also was when I was there just enjoying it as a guest and not working, and I was cosplaying as Roman Reigns, and people actually like knew who I was, even though like I didn't have no crazy like Roman Reigns outfit, like I don't have hair or a beard like Roman Reigns or whatever, but I just had on black sweatpants. I had one of the Bloodline shirts, you know, the Jordans with the belts, and like people automatically knew who I was. Even having some people like get pictures with me was like fire. Like I never thought that with that cosplay that I had that someone would ask for a picture.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had like 3 people ask me for pictures. I would like 2 people take photos of me. Like, oh, can I take a picture? It's like, yeah, sure. You know, walking and people doing the one, or you know, I had somebody was like, oh, my tribal chief. Like, I was like, bro, that's mad cool. It was amazing experience.
I had a good one with a Barbie that I didn't expect. I didn't realize that. I've never seen the movie, but I've seen the commercial when they're like, hi, Barbie, you know. And like she was walking by and I was like, hi, Barbie. And she turned around with like, bro, no time to spare. Hi, Ken. It was like so perfect. I was like, oh shit, they responded. You know what I'm saying? There was also a couple riddlers and I was like, riddle me this. And they like came up, gave me a riddle. Like, it was so cool. It really was cool.
It was, man. And it was some.
I'm going to miss it.
Hard work, and yeah, definitely going to miss it. Yeah. PTSD already.
Yeah, like, you know, like vacation blues, you know, when you go away and you come back from vacation, you're like, I was just chilling on the beach, drinking margaritas or some shit. Now I'm here, back at work, reality, you know, snap back.
Yeah, but, life goes on and Comic Con comes next year.
Yeah.
And Yeah, it was a great.
Hopefully, maybe we could like do another
con.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll check out and see what tickets are like for Anime NYC. Even though we're not working there, maybe we could at least go for one day.
It would be fire.
Yeah, so, yeah, we should definitely try to do that. But yeah, this the Imposter Syndrome Podcast. I think that's the we went for a while, like you said. Comic Con, we could talk about that.
We could talk about that forever. We do have other stuff that we like to talk about, but Comic Con kind of took over today.
Yeah, I mean that's
partially my fault because like.
Nah, bro.
Comic Con has me at a loss for like the words, you know what I mean?
And again, there's a lot to think about how something like that could be so successful among adults. But like, hey, it's just how it is. Like, our generation likes to have fun, and we enjoy the things that we enjoyed as children, as adults. And Comic Con is like the event of the year to express that love for these things. And that's what everybody did, man.
I'm sure it did.
New York City Comic Con showed out, so it was a great time.
Yeah.
And
see you there next year.
Yeah, we're gonna see y'all next year. This is the Imposter Syndrome Podcast. We got this guy over here, Rich Banks.
Yiddy.
And you already know, Quay Jones. We're gonna catch y'all next week for the next episode. Make sure y'all comment on the videos. Let us know if y'all went to Comic Con. Let us know if you enjoyed it. Let us know what you would like to cosplay as. If you did go, if you didn't go, what would you like to cosplay as maybe next year? And like, subscribe. We on iTunes. No, it's not called iTunes. It's called Apple Podcasts, right?
Well, we on Apple Podcasts, too.
Yeah, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I'm saying watch us on YouTube.
Yiddy.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'll catch y'all later.